Oh, did you? Oh, holy heck. Well, that's a good time. Good weather over there?
Yeah, great. Very sunny, very warm. I like the desert climate.
Nice. And a happy couple? Happy ceremony?
Very happy. There were tears. There was some dancing involved. There were good margaritas. It was fantastic.
It wasn't a celebrity wedding, was it?
It was actually Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. I'm just having fun.
Let's talk about, actually, Brad Pitt. That's one of our first stories. He's been calling Jennifer Aniston names.
Yeah, well, yeah, sort of. I mean, he gave a surprisingly, frank interview where he described the period of his life when he was married to Jennifer Aniston as uninteresting, and he said he was consumed with sitting on the couch, smoking a joint, and trying to hide away from his own celebrity. And
so hard.
He lamented the boring life that he was leading.
Yeah.
And now, of course, he's much more fulfilled now that he's with Angelina Jolie, and he's saving the world and having lots of kids.
Yeah, he is actually doing kind of cool things with the whole, promoting green tech and green ideas and climate change issues. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think anyone would argue that he's become a more fulfilled person and is doing more, giving back more and everything. But what was surprising and shocking to people was how he seemed to be
blaming
disparaging his marriage. But then, of course, he came out and apologized and said he said Jen is wonderful, we're still in touch, and everything's fantastic.
Yeah.
Says he was just talking about himself, but the original comments are kind of plain, and it's a little bit, yeah.
The PR machine goes into overdrive.
Yes.
Hey,
We've talked about it a couple times now.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about the Emmys and sort of what went on behind the scenes. Apparently, a few disputes, catfights, as it were.
Yes. The clause, as they say, whammo, came out. It wasn't totally obvious, but you could tell that the three actresses were in the rebooted Charlie's Angels show. Mm-hmm. You familiar with this?
No.
Oh, well, there's a new Charlie's Angels show.
Well, like a TV show, not the movie?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
TV show.
Right.
And it's being produced by Drew Barrymore, who was in the movie, but she and the three young actresses, including Rachel Taylor, Minka Kelly, and, excuse me if I pronounce the name wrong, but Annie Ilonza? Anyway, it wasn't totally obvious, but you could tell if you were really paying attention that there's some undercurrent of bitterness, contention, something going on between them. They just looked very unhappy with each other.
Huh. Okay. All right. Just a few unhappy looks. But Charlie Sheen, everyone was expecting him to come out with some crazy wackiness, but he was quite boring.
Yes. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that he got $100 million in the settlement from CBS. Of course, they were suing each other, and he was claiming wrongful dismissal, and they gave him a huge payout, and he went up, and it looked like he was about to say something crazy. He looked slightly crazed, but he didn't. He just said, wish you the best of luck to Ashton Kutcher and the new, going forward on the new show.
Yeah, I suppose he would be happy with that $100 million. But I guess, some of these people are so blasé about this stuff. I think that they think $100 million is more like, it's like 100,000, to us. Which would still be cool, but
Charlie Sheen's got tons of money. $100 million, I think, will last him another year or two, probably.
A few more parties.
But on the show, on 2.5 Men, finally answered all the questions that everybody was wondering about how they would deal with his being removed from the show. And there was a funeral scene, and all of his former women, the character's former girlfriends were there.
Yeah. And
his wife, the wife character, in her eulogy, said that, explained his death, how he was on a metro platform, slipped, fell in front of a train, and exploded like a balloon of meat.
Did they not have a reconstruction of that? Obviously, they couldn't be too violent on a show like that, but did they? Because I heard that there was going to be a Kiwi actress involved with that. I think we mentioned this on the show before.
Oh, that's right. You know, I totally forgot about that. Didn't look into it.
I think it was Monica. Oh, I can't remember who it was. Anyway, but yeah, okay. All right. Well, I guess it's going to screen here at some stage. Not that I'll watch it. Don't think I've ever seen a full show.
No, me neither.
No.
But it's, I mean, that was a kind of a culturally significant
no doubt.
episode, I suppose.
Yeah, for a generation, yeah. Hey,
Sure.
thanks very much, Nick. Talk to you next week.
Sounds good.
Nick Bhasin at OK Magazine, okmagazine.com.au, and the magazine coming out